Hello, everybody. My name is Alexis, and this is the Spirit Guide. The time is 1 o'clock a.m., August 14th, 2025. It's now 1 o'clock or 1:01. And this is currently, we have a total of 311 symbols. Okay, look beyond immediate appearances. Discernment. Of course, anyone right now, whatever you may be perceiving, however you may be perceiving, whatever judgments you may have about it, look beyond that for a moment right now, whatever it may be. Okay, whatever it is that you may be perceiving about whatever it is that you may be judging, look beyond that for a moment, whether you were judging it in a negative way or a positive way. Look beyond that for a moment right now. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Okay? If you're feeling creative right now, the best thing you could do is express it, by writing stories that inspire and enlighten. I'm doing this so that I can inspire and enlighten others that are like minded like me, so that they can understand that with signs and symbols, they can perceive a lot more about reality that a lot of people limit themselves to, that don't want to, because they're higher dimensions or realities of perception, and you want to achieve that. So I want to inspire you all to understand that, so you can connect to that stream of consciousness, let's say, so that you can understand what your potentials are, what's possible, and then know what may seem impossible to others. If you can get the possibility within your mind or even in your heart, through faith and hope, you can still pull that in from somewhere. Okay? This is me trying to enlighten and inspire you all. So find time to also enlighten and inspire others. It may not be through writing stories. Okay? But even more so, ask yourself, do you write to yourself? If you don't write to anyone else, do you at least write to yourself about journaling, about what you could be doing with your life or what you're doing with your life? And if so, use that to your advantage, okay? And put all of yourself in that, especially when you're writing a diary or anything like that. People may not be writing diaries anymore, whatever the case may be, but just writing, okay? Writing is going to help you understand that you're just being guided, okay? You're being drawn in to God, okay? God wants to help you understand what you are, okay? You can write anything, but ask yourself what's letting you write it, okay? Why in this moment in time do you write it? Out of all the things you write, why write this, okay? It's going to help guide you to understand, and this is also a part of what magic does when you start writing things, and then especially when you're writing it from a place of your heart, you'll realize how that affects others or how that affects yourself. And then you'll begin to understand how much power your words hold. Okay? Trust in your higher self. Just that. Okay? Because when you do that, when you know what your words hold, you can trust in your higher self. Okay? Fighting or resisting the flow of your life force can lead you to unnecessary strife. Let go and allow the flow to guide you on your journey. Okay, this is the river. Okay? Everyone should be in this flow state where they can just communicate with people on the other side, let's say, and they know who they are, they understand who they are, and they try to make more sense of who they are by trying to communicate with others. Okay, again, if you feel alone, imagine how someone else out there would feel alone. But if you spoke to that person as if you knew they were alone and you knew what they needed to hear, let that be that. Okay? That's going to help you flow with who you truly are. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you are always going to be communicating with another version of yourself. Okay? When you get into the mechanics of it all, at the end of the day, it's the same. You're talking, communicating with another finger on the same hand. Okay? Let that be that. Okay? Fighting or resisting the flow of your life force can lead you to unnecessary strife. And we don't need that. Okay? We don't need that strife. The more creative you are, the more loving you are, the more you flow with how life is wanting you to perceive it, that's going to help you understand how to resonate in the frequency of where you should be. If not in the future, at least focus on tomorrow. You want to be in the frequency you need to be at least for tomorrow. Okay, so that you know you can handle tomorrow. And then be in that frequency so that you know you can handle tomorrow. But don't let anything stop you from attaining this flow state of yourself, of knowing that you don't have anything to worry about because everything is in a higher power's control. It's only when you don't want it to be in someone else's control is when you stop it. When you stop it from allowing itself to flow through you. Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. I think I just said something about fear. I was supposed to click this one though. All wounds stem from the illusion of separation from source and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. I'm pretty sure I just said something about love and fear, but that's so funny that all wounds stem from the illusion of separation. Right, because we're not separated, okay? We are the same, we are another finger on the same hand, okay? We are not separated. We're only perceived to be separated for reasons that go beyond us, okay? But we're only perceived to be separated, but even more so, even to be on the different hand, and these two pinkies, they might appear to be the same, but ultimately, they might appear to be the same, but they're stationed in different positions, but they're ultimately from the same body. It's like the more you believe that you're separate from anything else, is the more it's going to hurt you, because you're not, and you don't want to believe that because it's going to help. It's going to bring strife. It's going to bring this idea that you can't fight the separation. You can't fight with separation. Okay? Division, when you try to divide anything or separate anything, it's going to bring more problems because your mind and your heart can't correlate reality or life thinking that things are separate from it. Things only flow when you know things are connected. Okay? Your creativity is at a peak. Okay? Let flowing be your creativity. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you're not thinking. You don't want to think. Just allow me to speak. Allow me to be the flow state that you can latch onto so that you can be the flow state too. Okay? The moon, the illusion, intuition, and subconscious. And this is a tarot symbol. So there are things that are hidden and the subconscious that you want to attain. Okay, but you can only attain that through creativity. Okay, because if you're not creative, you'll never know what you're capable of. Okay, and you'll stay in this illusion of the subconscious, or you'll stay in this illusion of you don't think that you can do anything more than this because you're not creative. Okay, this is Thurisaz. Okay, now there's two meanings. You can either look at this as a mundane or esoteric meaning. And these runes were made by Guy um, Guy Ogilvy. Ogilvy. Yeah, Ogilvy. Yep. This was made by Guy Ogilvy. Um, I'll just put this on here. Maybe you could see that. Who knows? But anyways, this is how you want to read the runes. So we got obstacles, difficulties, stubbornness, heroic effort, patience, endurance. Okay, and I'll get better at reading these runes at some point. But ultimately, yeah, don't let these obstacles or these difficulties stop you. The stubbornness, people get stubborn when they want to just be content with what they have, okay, or what they're consciously aware of. They don't want to go beyond that, okay. You have to have patience and endurance, and ultimately it's going to lead to more. It's always going to lead to more. I'm trying to figure out the esoteric. If the esoteric is the opportunity to deflate the false ego, yeah. Okay, yeah. Spiritual courage, protection of the sacred. So yeah, I mean, you can pretty much read it just off of this. Through your obstacles and difficulties, you could have stubborn ways that you don't bring patience, or without patience and endurance, you won't be able to deflate the false ego. And you need the spiritual courage to protect what is sacred. Okay, and the spiritual courage of understanding that we're more than just this. Okay, as I'm speaking to you right now, don't look at the body. Understand that there's something higher than me, something in a vibratory state that's higher than me, that's coming here to communicate to you what these signs and symbols are here for. Okay, and even if this isn't how you read the symbol, let it be how you read the symbol for right now. Okay, just by reading the words as they appear here. You may have obstacles that bring difficulties because you want to be stubborn and you want to be heroic in some sort of effort, so that you can be patient and have endurance, so that the opportunity to deflate the false ego can bring spiritual courage and protection of the sacred, of what's sacred to you. Of course, it lies in the heart of knowing that you are loved and knowing that you are connected. Okay? But just like how I was able to flow with that, even though there are particular ways to read it, for this moment, let that be that. Okay? Now let's get something here. This is the 8 ball here. Either way, it's meant to be. Yeah, right. Either way. So if you don't get it now, you'll get it one day. Okay? I'm going to do one more. Yeah, I'll do one more. One more side. So we got here. Now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. So anything right now that has, for example, It's giving you a perception of being stubborn, of not wanting to experience change. Anything that could be holding you back, it's best to let it go now, to let it fall away now. Okay? Whatever it is that you may be feeling, whatever you may think as I'm communicating to this to you, if you're really flowing with me and trying to operate in a state of understanding what is spirit trying to guide me to say to you, or what is spirit trying to guide you to hear from this and to relate to what is inside of you. Understand that spirit is saying to let it go, let it fall away. Okay, it's no longer useful to you. Okay, and it's not helping the emerging expression of who you truly are. Okay, because you are beyond that. Okay, you are beyond the division, the separation. Okay, you're beyond thinking that you're separate, you as the pinky is separate from the ring finger. You're beyond thinking that. Okay, don't let that be what holds you back. Okay, break free from it. What would be wrong to break free from it? Hmm? What would be so bad, except if only it's because you're too stubborn to experience new change, or what's possible beyond what you could be feeling in the past, how much time and energy and effort you put into something from the past. Could it be that you're not ready to let go of that because you've invested so much? Let this be what it is. Let it be the time for you to let that go. Okay? Because there's more to it all. Okay? You can access more. If something is holding you back, you can't access any more than what was holding you back. Okay, all the realm of what's holding you back, there's always going to be stuff that you will learn, that you can learn from those. We have to call it a lower dimension of thinking, because if it's holding you back, it's holding you back from a higher dimension of thinking. Okay, so you can learn things from this lower dimension. You can learn how to be more patient. Okay, but there's only so much you can learn. And at the end of the day, what you truly are, who you truly are, is something that's beyond what you're currently perceiving yourself as. Okay? Curiosity, exploration, and potential. Page of Wands. This, let's just say, for example, be magical. Okay? Let this be your ticket to be magical. Okay? Anything that you may, it's almost like you want to be a child again. Okay, you want to have curiosity about life, you want to explore more. Okay, if there's a certain belief system that's stopping you from going beyond, or if there's something that is too much to think about, if you were to think beyond it, let this be what's guiding you to help you understand that you can go beyond, and there's so much more. Because being that this is the Page of Wands, you would only be tapping into the magic that you're capable of. You want to actually experience all of how magical you are. Okay, because you are all magical beings. Okay, but if you don't know you're magical, you can only be curious. Okay, and never amount that curiosity to anything. You want to light the flame, okay, and burn your desires. Okay, let your desires burn, let your imagination burn, let your potential burn. Okay, and accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Okay, whatever it is right now, accept it as it is instead of fighting to change it. Because if you're fighting to change anything, it's almost as if the thing that has it the way it is isn't set up in a way to allow you to dismantle it as easily as you should. Okay? If it's meant to be, it will be proven to you. For example, needed, if you really needed a tree, a fruit tree to grow, okay? If it's not gonna grow, if for whatever reason no fruit is no fruit is grown, I was gonna say barren or bared, but if no fruit is grown off of this particular tree, then accept that instead of fighting to try to change it, make this fruit come out. Accept it and plant another tree, okay? And you perceive what you think is meant to be understood when I say that, because it's all about your perception. I may be talking to a bunch of people, but at the end of the day, it's what you feel to be connected to the symbols, to the interpretations, to help you understand what spirit is trying to guide you to perceive your reality as, so that you can be independent in your perception and intellect, okay? The Queen of Swords, so that you can speak what you are into existence, okay? So that you can be what you are, okay? So you can speak and know what you are, and people will know that you know what you are because of what you speak, okay? Let that be that. Using gained wisdom to lead and inspire others, okay? As I speak to you all here now, understand that I have attained wisdom only that is only meant to help others attain that same wisdom. Okay? When you reach these higher levels of perception, it's also that you can see what you're capable of because you know what everyone else is capable of. And you have to look for others who can perceive life in this manner. If anyone doesn't help you, a leader cannot be a leader if he hasn't been walking among the people that are following him. Okay? If he hasn't been in the position of a follower, how can he be a leader? The best leader is the one that used to be a follower. Okay? So use the gained wisdom that you've had, that you've learned, that you've cultivated to lead and inspire others. Okay? Setting out on a new journey so you can set out on a new journey. Okay? Let it be that. Because at the end of the day, the more the more adventures, and I don't know why I said journey, it says adventures. Setting out on a new adventure. Let the adventure be something spiritual. Okay? Let it be spiritual first so that you understand how to go on physical journeys. Okay? And you can go on physical journeys that lead to spiritual journeys. But at the end of the day, if you want to get higher, if you want to go and journey into these higher realms, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take you to trust yourself, to be more imaginative, more creative, know what your words mean, know the value of what you speak, so that you can be that being that operates at the higher frequencies, at the higher dimensions. Okay? And then we have passion. Okay, I think I said passion in this. I don't know, I probably didn't in this one. What are your passions? Okay? What turns you on? I know I did talk about the burn, right? Damn, I think I did, right? Let that burn inside you. Whatever that was. What was I talking about over here? Damn, I forgot. Yeah, alright. Anyways. What are your passions? What turns you on? What what ignites that inner flame that creative spark. When you feel devoid of passion, consider what is missing in your life. Open yourself to the truth of what you are passionate about and find a means to express it. Okay? Find your passions. Okay? Everyone is unique and everyone is connected. Okay? And everyone has a particular place that they deserve to be in these higher dimensions, in this higher awareness of perspectives. When everyone understands that we're all connected, it's all about who can be the most passionate at what and who can use that creativity to help others continue to understand that we're all connected, to continue to understand that we all come from these higher dimensions, and so that everyone understands through your passionate endeavors that they too can also find something to be passionate about. This is what I'm passionate about. Okay? I love this. I love being able to share this thing that just helps people make sense of life, okay? That gives people meaning of something. You can look for meaning of something about anything through these symbols. And it's not just about this cube, okay? It's through life itself. You can find meaning and um, I want to say meaning for anything through anything, okay? If you want to look for some kind of sign through something, know that you can do that, okay? Even just knowing you can do it and then looking for it is going to bring it closer to you because you know you can find it, because the thought may appear like it just appeared out of nowhere, but imagine how the thought had to descend to where you are now, into this physical, into the brain. Okay, imagine how high the thought came from, and now it's coming down and it's coming into your head, or it's coming down and it's coming to your heart, so that you can feel something, and maybe that something is what's going to burn inside you. That's going to be the fire that never burns out. Okay, let that be what it is. Okay, find your passion. Okay, and let it be something that ultimately is going to benefit everyone, okay? Because that's who we all are. That's who we all truly are. When we know what we're looking for is going to help benefit everyone, we'll know that what we are is something that wants to benefit everyone, because it knows that that's where the higher states of reality are. The place where it knows that it wants to do its best to help everyone understand what they are, be passionate about what they are and what they can do, so that everyone can continue to be helpful to others. Okay? This is what ETs do. They find things that they're passionate about, and they know how much it's going to help those that are in need, or those that can benefit from it. Like, it's all about trying to express who we are, because the more we observe others and the more we trust what's inside each other, the better we are at understanding what's inside of us and all around us. And rapid movement, communication, and progress. 8 of Wands. Okay, movement, communication, and then you know what's best for you. Okay? At the end of the day, I can't say what you should do or who you should be or how you should be that. Only you can do that. Okay? You know what's best for you, and you have to know what authority you have within you. Okay? You may not even look at these signs as being anything that relates to you or holds any value to you, but at some point someone will. And if it's only one person that does, then let that person be that. Again, I'm just trying my best to learn how to read these symbols, to be able to communicate these symbols to other people. And then ultimately, I just want everyone else to find their inspiration, find something that helps them understand who they truly are, so that we all can elevate together and get to these higher states of perception, so that we all can know what we're here for and know the benefits of knowing who we are and what we're here for, because so many things come to us when we know that. Okay? Without a doubt. Okay? Oh, and ask again later. Okay, I'm gonna ask for one more. So whatever I just said, without a doubt, whatever I just said, I'm sure you all know what I just said since you got reading it. But one more. Anything else that as far as like what we need to know before we go? It's up to you now, right? It's up to you. You see, you know what's best for you. It's up to you now. Let that be that. I'm telling you, this thing right here is gonna be a big deal for a lot of people. Okay, for a lot of people, you all just have to decide if you want to use it now or later. At the end of the day, you're gonna use it if you want to understand who you truly are. So that's all I'm going to do. This message is for the next 24 hours for you all to help understand more about yourselves. I'm going to continue to be putting out videos like this to help you all understand more about yourselves and help guide you all collectively through the days, because there's a lot to come and I want you all to be prepared so that you understand how to react to what you're being witnessed to. Okay? So that's it. This is Alex's Heart. My name is Alexis. This is the Spirit Guide, and I love you all. I truly do. Unconditionally, I love you all because I know who I am. Okay, and I know the different aspects you have about you all, about yourselves. Okay, and I know that you could be teeter-tottering about your perceptions about who I am or who you are, but just know that I love you. I appreciate you for existing. Okay? Thank you for existing. And blessed are you that were able to watch this video. Okay? I love you. I truly do. And I thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful day.